Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. That was weird. Yeah, got that. And I'm looking through my stuff that's like pushing the stop because I need to bring out the right things. I got that. I got that. Okay. How is everybody doing? Welcome in as I put the other stuff back down in the bin beside my desk. Anyway, I'm Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Every week we get together with all of our crafty buddies. I'm looking to see if there's actually anybody in here. Nobody's saying anything. I'm going to refresh my screen. Maybe the things are not working. Don't know. Twitch appears to be. Let me add a thing in the chatty chat and see if it says anything. We got that. We got that. We got this. We got all the things. Hello. Hello to the Ronan. I don't even have to do my PSA because Ronan just did it for me. How you doing, Henny? I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. You can pop into the chat if you would like to. Ruth is saying, hi, Ronan. Yes, we love our Ronan, don't we? Hello. So we are doing Summerween. I know. Some of y'all think, what? It's June. Why are we doing Halloweeny stuff? Because I want to, and this is cute, and this is a collection that's only available this month while supplies last, assuming it's still on Whimsy stamps. It was when I looked like a couple of days ago, so I'm going to do this while I get a chance to, so I can do it with y'all. Anyway, y'all ready to see? Aw, that's awesome. I didn't know Nerdy was gone. Ronan says, hi all, just picked up my nerdy delivery from the airport. I know, they didn't do another Craftoween calendar. Yeah, where is Nerdy? Where has she been? Nerdy was in Utah. Why? Sorry, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the new stamps and stuff that I got. Stamps and dies. And, well, I got the whole caboodle. I got the whole thing. Because, yeah, I kind of had to. It's a thing. Hey, Mouse, how you doing? So, and again, my camera is crooked. So, first off, these are cute. I don't usually use these kind of things, but I might have to. We've got, okay, again, it says 2026 limited edition Summerween collector's set. So it's only available right now. Okay. And this is a paper crafts. Oh, that says paper crafts store. This is quick card fronts. So these can make. Did I? Oh, I opened it at the top. That's good. So this is quick card fronts. I got the whole kit and caboodle. I love that. I love that. Send that to ideas if you would, Miss Ruth. I appreciate it. I love that. She says Debbie's got the whole kit and caboodle. It needs to be a sticker or pop up or something fun. Okay, so these are basically A2 size card fronts. So if you put them on my mat, we do have the pink lines here that show this is an A2 size. So all of these are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This, of course, shows what it is. We've got sentiments. I think this is foilable, but I have a feeling if I foiled the pretty ones, it may mess it up. I'm not sure. I may have to just try a couple things with my where is it? It's not out here. I put it somewhere. Where did I put it? I'm looking under my little crafty area here, and my Cricket Joy is over there, but my Gina K Fuse is not. So we've got sentiments. Happy Summerween. So we've got blue for summer skies, and then we've got black for Halloween. So, and they all say the same thing. Currently haunting the beach. Did anyone bring SPF 1000? Sees the screams. On vacation. Boo back soon. Tropic Ghoul vibes only. Hauntings temporarily unavailable. And even monsters need a vacation. And then we've got our monsters. So here we have a mummy on a raft in the water. Drink. I think that might be a mimosa. Or is that, I don't know. What drink is that? Can somebody tell me what drink that is? But that is super cute. We got us a little witch on a unicorn floaty. Mary, this is you. It's not really purple, it's more pinkish, but that's still you. This is probably Ronan. He's a little baddie. We have a little Dracula. We have I love the ghost. I love the ghost. We have the pumpkin. And we have, yeah, there's different ones. There are different companies that have got the Summerween thing. So I think that is cute. We got some surfboards, and then we've got our vampire surfing. So these are great for making quick and easy cards where you don't really have to do anything. So if you're just wanting to send out some fun things to people, that's one reason why I don't use them that much, because I think I don't want to cut into it, but I need to cut into it so I can make it my own, but I don't want to cut into it because it's too cute. So that's why I don't use a lot of this kind of thing, but that doesn't mean I can't. Especially since some of these images, there's stamps for. I'm just going to try putting it in there. That didn't work. So this one is called Summerween Scream, and I am now, my OCD is kicking in, so I need to move my, well, I can't. I'll fold it down. This is the back of the thing. It just bugs me. Okay, but when I flip it over, we've got, there's the pumpkin. So here's this image. Okay. Here's, I'm going to see if I can find them all. That one's not there. This one is. We need the little, okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I thought that was cool, but when I change it over into my packaging, it's like, I want that sticker to show me that this is something that is no longer available in my stash, so when I look at it, I know before I start saying, hey, get this. So I've put the sticker, I took the sticker off the packaging, and I put it here so I would have it. It does say it's a limited edition. On the website, it said that it was going to be, Idle wants to know, can I order this set on your name? Oh, by the way, there should be a link in the description. I think I did it. Now I have to go look, but I think I did it. There should be a link in the description for this. Yes, there is. It is supposed to only be available this month while supplies last. So there is an affiliate link down below. It's actually at the top and in the supply list. And I need to look at my Facebook. Okay, so I let Elizabeth know that I'm not able to go live with her on Thursday because I would not be done in time to do my summit live stream at 4. And she says, no worries, but yeah, we would not be done. So she understands. She understands totally. There's no way I can go live with her at 3 for Sublimation Thursday. And there she is. She's in the chat. Hey, honey. There's no way that I could go live with Elizabeth at 3. And be ready to do another live stream at 4, I'd be late. There's no way. I know I would be late. Jana says, that's what we need to do. Jana, that's what we need to do. We need to have the 3 of us together on a stream. So you guys chat and see if that's something you want to do, because I'm up for it if you are. Okay? Alyssa says we'd barely get started. That is so true. We would have been talking for about an hour before we got done with anything. I'm here, but also watching Google Meeting with hubby. You're... What? Jana has me quiet? I don't understand. Anyway, cute. Look at the unicorn there, honey. You like that, Elizabeth? Yeah, Jana has to let us know when she wants to. We will be together. Me and Elizabeth will be going live together the first Tuesday of the month. Could always add in someone there or do it another time. It might be better to do it another time. Just so that we could, just so I get more Elizabeth time, you know? Okay. And let's see. Do we have any others in this set? I think those are the only 2 that are included in this. I have stamped a little bit with it in Notebook, and it's so cute. It's like, yeah. Love you, Ruth. Okay, and then I've got the other one. Like I said, I got the whole collection. So the other one is called Summerween Vibes. And that's this one. And there's that little mummy that we saw. Where's the mummy? Here's our mummy. And was it the other ghost? I'm trying to think. Going back through these. I really wish there were some of the vampire ones. That would have been cool. I love the bat. I only have one of the bat. I need the bats. So some of these are ones I know I'm not going to talk. You don't have any. I have a couple of things. Here's what's funny. I've got a. You guys may remember I was trying to figure out where a stencil went. That was a Halloween stencil. It's like I don't know where this goes in my stash. And I took a picture of it and I asked Google Lens and I found it. It was a Whimsy Stamps. And it's one that's got, it's the one that I used last year at some point that had lots of little bitty bats. I could pull that one out. So I do have a little bit of Whimsy. I think I probably have more Whimsy Stamp back in the back that I'm not going to even try to locate at this point, because being in the middle of the reorganization and refiling of everything means I don't know where anything is. Which is kind of funny because one of the Summit live streams that I'm in has to do with organization. Okay. Somebody was asking about Unity stamps. I am going to stretch my search bar so I can see. I know. Elizabeth's saying that bat. I know. I need a stamp of that one. So Idolite was asking Ruth if Unity Stamps is in the UK. I'm not 100% sure. I know the question was for Ruth, but you know. I rely on Google. So I think they are. I mean, I met them. I think they are there. Let's see where it says. I'm scrolling to the bottom. No, they're in the United States. It says New London. They are in Minnesota. I thought I met them last year and I thought they were in the UK. I don't know. That's cute. They do have some cute little ghosties. Yeah. Yeah, we are going to have to start playing with Halloween stuff before long. Yeah. Well, today we're doing summer Halloween and I think that's a great combination. I have to put these away. I can't use them yet. I can't. I really want I want that bat. Yeah. These are so cool. Anyway, how many of you guys saw this morning's this afternoon's noon live stream today and have not seen that I put up an Instagram thing already? It's posted on Insta. The card is going to go out to Miss Idolide because it's her birthday coming up in less than a month, so hopefully this will get to her in time, and this is going to be what she's going to be getting. We made a wiener dog card today at noon. If you missed that live stream, check it out. We did masking, we did inking, we did coloring, and we did shaker card. So much fun. I think I just want to play. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. These guys in the all of these are so cute, and there are dies for all of them, so I don't have to really plan out the card. I could do what I always do and just start stamping, and I just think these sentiments work great. What I've done so far, I love this little ghost playing with sandcastle. I stamped him in my notebook. I added Summerween's a Scream and the trees, and it was like a card was done. It was so easy. Maybe I'll do that. I could do that. I thought about doing ATCs. How many of you guys know what an ATC is?
Mouse 498581 changed colors.
So I know now why Elizabeth is here. Ruth just says, ha ha, Elizabeth, you knocked me and I bounced you off course of the pool. So the only reason Elizabeth is here is she wants to play with the things. She wants to play with the pool and she wants to play with Caddy over here and feed him and try to win things. And there are some of you guys that have already saying, you know, what ATC cards are. I wonder if we start making some ATCs with these. Because ATC is basically half the size. It's about that. I know what an ATC is, but Facebook does not know what an ATC is. I'm going to test that theory. ATC. I just typed it into there. Oh, it came up with a bunch of ATCs. Want to see? It pulled up a paper escape. Look at all these lovely ATC cards given to me by Karen. That was Miss Barbara. We know these people. And then a group that is ATC cards. And this one is not too shabby. Back in June. Well, I say back in June. It is June. Yeah, normal trading card size. Exactly. Yay. So apparently Facebook does kind of know what it is. Kind of, sort of. But it doesn't mean that it did a lot. Anyway, I don't even remember for sure what the size is supposed to be. I just know that they're smaller than regular cardstock. Let me look that up. I'm going to look that up because I could do, if I remember right, it's basically going to make it small enough to go. I know what I want to do. Y'all, I'm crazy right now. I'm tired. I did not sleep worth a crap last night. Not at all. I think I ate too much for dinner. And I think it was keeping me awake because, you know, we go to bed and I try to go to sleep and Elizabeth says, lol, Facebook banned me from group chats because it thought I was running a get rich scheme with ATCs. Were you? Maybe that's what I should switch to so I can get rich fast. Should we do that? That could be our 2026 income scheme, right? I'm going to use one of these cute dies, and the die set is from the Playful Stitched panels that Spellbinders came out with not too long ago. The music is much louder than Caddy. Why is it, why is it so much louder than Caddy? Because it's in the music thing and not the SFX. Okay, I'm lowering the music a little bit. Oh, you can't even see if a group has a chat anymore?
It's delicious, Danielle_Vegas.
Well, there is a group called ATC Artist Trading. I'm going to grab the link for that one and send it to you, honey. I don't know if it's one that you are talking about or not, but I am going to send you that link. In the Book of Face. Okay. 2.25 by 3.5. Okay. This is bigger than that, so I'm just doing a panel for the front of a card. I know. I should probably do some of those. I want to do... I'm planning on doing journaling. Art journaling mainly, because I'm not going to do memory keeping because I don't take any physical pictures. We never print them out, ever. We share them over... emails and text messages and stuff. That's why I was baffled, because there is all sorts of ATC groups. Exactly. But I do like this. I've been wanting one like this for a while, so I'm glad when Spellbinders came out with it. Because I know that there are other companies that do similar type of things, okay? I use so much Spellbinders things and do so many influencer posts for them that I need to use just Spellbinder stuff with Spellbinder stuff. So I don't really commingle them. But yes, this is a great set. It is a nested set, and it even has a tag in there, which I don't really do tags that much, but I do like this set. And that's why this one is still sitting out at my drawer, in my batch of things. because I don't do a lot of shaped stuff. I don't use the border dies that much, but when I do, I want this stuff available. Like I like the ovals and I like the circles and I like the stitching. This is so pretty. So we have that. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and start stamping. Let's stamp us a cute little seed. I think I do want to do that cute little how do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it. Oh my God, you are so bad. And this is going to be easy breezy. Ovals are weird. Yes, there's circles that have been a little bit stretched. Okay, but I love this little guy. He is just so cute. I do like that one too. Okay, I'm gonna do the ghost first. I may have to do the witch also, but I'm gonna do the ghost. Let's put this in here right up against the edge. Okay, and I'm just going to do him to start off with. I'm kind of thinking I want to do some more masking like we did earlier today. And have this kind of as a flat card. Let's do him.
You know where it is?
Where's my ink? Yep, grabbing out all my Simon Hurley again. Y'all know that's going to happen, so. So I've got my Black Widow. Isn't he friggin' adorable?
Did you guess it right?
Oh, I love him. I absolutely love him. I am going to mask him off, though. Let's do that. So I'm taking out another one of my Post-its. I'm going to save that one because it still has some space on it. And the winner is...
It's delicious, Danielle_Vegas.
Okay, so I have enough of an image there where I can cut that out. Elizabeth won! Yay! Okay. But I don't really need to cut everything. I think, let's see, what am I going to use? I'm going to put some of the palm trees, I think, in the back. And I need it not to go around his head. Soccer balls, what? We have soccer balls all over the screen. Okay, so I don't really have to worry about this part down at the bottom. So you can mask off as much or as little as you want. You don't have to do the whole thing. But if I want to do, I'm going to have to do it. Okay, I have to. I'm going to have to be as close as I can on it, but I'm going to try not to be too incredibly OCD. So there's a couple of places that are going to go down that I'm not going to cut. Yes, this is really a very happy ghost. He is getting to play in the sand. Yeah, the one I did in my notebook, Elizabeth, I used one of the blue pens from Matte Hop, because guess who's got Matte Hop now? And it made his eyes just this lovely, lovely blue. Hey Reese, welcome in and thank you for the check-in.
Danielle_Vegas.
And you are not following Mary Kay's crafting creations. You are wrong. And Krampus is gonna poop in your stocking.
Krampus is gonna poop in your stocking. Okay, let's get in the way. Yeah, I don't really fussy cut that much, but you know, I'm gonna do it today. And I just thought of a trick I'm gonna show you. Ha ha ha. Yeah, we're happy to have you here, Reese. This collection I'm working with is the Summerween collection from Whimsy Stamps. I'm not going to worry about the hair. I don't know how a ghost has hair on top of his head, but I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, yeah, this is the Summerween. So we are playing. I live in Florida, and I love Halloween. So we're doing the things. Hey, Miss Anne Marid, how you doing, honey? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And today, this afternoon, we had so much fun playing with that cute little wiener dog and giving him a party. And then turning it into a shaker card. And that's going out to Miss... Yes, I'm saying it again, Adeline. Everybody's going to know. It's your birthday next month. So everybody can send cards to Miss Adelaide for her birthday. But we are sending her the shaker card that we made today. Is going out to her. It almost looks like he is springing up from inside of the sandcastle instead of actually building it. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down over our little ghosty. There we go. And now I can add my little palm trees. I'm kind of thinking I should probably wait to put them, since they are silhouettes, I should probably wait to put them until after I do inking. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I just realized that I need to change the mask some too. I need to trim off the bottom there at the sand line so I can do that in sand color. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me pop him back up. Don't you love it when I change my mind? Actually, no, I need to cut another one is what I need to do. I need to cut another one that cuts just him. That's wrong. Is this going to fit? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to color this. The sand is going to be done with well, I could do that with the markers, and I'll do the background with ink, and that'll be fine. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Because yeah, this one is like, it's going to be too difficult to cut around all of the little pieces of our sandcastle because of all all of the, I don't know what they're called, but the tops of all of those guys. So that's going to make it a little bit more difficult. So you see what I mean? All the tops of all of our little sandcastle peaks. It's making it more difficult. So instead, I'm going to use that paper that I was playing with earlier. I could probably use the same piece. This is the one that we used on the other. And I can make a sandy edge back there. And we can go ahead and color in with some blue around him. That'll work. Let's grab one of my blue brushes. And I'm not sure what color blue is on here at the moment. It's probably clear skies. But starting off there light, and I'm going to use this to hold it in place on my mat there. That'll work. But I kind of want to try out Siren Song. So I think I'm going to use Siren Song up at the top to make it darker in the background there. And then it's kind of softened in to this lighter color. So I'm adding a good coat of this here. So it's got a good place to start, so I don't need to bring too much in. Plus, this is going to get kind of dark. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Hey, Miss Linda Gorman. Welcome in, honey. I think I do want to bring a little bit more down. And I'm kind of thinking I want to add some clouds in there. So to do that, we add a little bit more darker up at the top. And bring it in a little bit, not too much. I think that looks good. But if I want to add some white or want to add some clouds, I can do that. I can do that with one of these. This is some ink. I don't even know if it's any good anymore. Dewdrop. This is one that is not even open. That's been in my stash. Ooh, I can't see it. You can see it's still in plastic. That has probably been in the plastic for probably 5 years. Made in Japan. Tuscanecco. I'm looking to see if there is a date on these. I do not see a date. But they've been in there a while. That one looks a little dirty. Let me grab... I need a dauber. Not that one. Yeah, this is not picking up anything. I think there's not any ink left in this one. There's a little tiny bit. I'm going to go ahead and chuck this one because I'm not going to use it. Yeah. I will use this one. And this is also not really, really wet. I need to get... I don't remember if I have an ink refill for it. So I'm just putting a little bit of cloud in here. Not a lot, just a little bit. There we go. That's a cloud now. That's got enough ink. Okay, I think that's good enough for a background. What do y'all think? Y'all are too busy talking to each other. Y'all aren't paying any attention to me. Hello, Miss Olivia. Hello, Miss Linda and Anne. Anybody else new in that has not said hello to me yet? Okay. So the other piece, where did I put, here's my, that's, yeah, this is the other piece, I think. The other piece went like that, so I'm going to put that right over the top. And hold it in place with my scraps of Post-it. Just make sure it's in the right spot. Actually, I'm moving this over. And this is just a piece of copy paper. It's nothing special. This is some copy paper that I took from over in my cabinet. I took some copy paper. I ripped it to begin with, and then the rip was too big of a mountain and decided I don't want it to be that big. So instead, I made it, I cut a little bit of a curve to give us basically the ground for my little puppy to stand on for his party. That was the one we did earlier. For this, though, I'm going to need... Let me put these back. Put my daubers back so I don't lose them. And we're going to bring out... I think I want to start with... Could do some slippery when wet. And cookie dough. That, I think, will be a decent combination. So... let's start off with the cookie dough and have that little bit of brown. And I may just stick with just this. And I also need a little bit of a thing over on this side too. Let's give it a little bit of a curve there because I should have done this already. Go to about like that. I don't really like that straight line either. Well, I'm changing my mind, guys. I'm changing my mind. I'm making it better. It's getting there. I do need a little bit of a curve over there though. Is this the one that I did a curve? No, this is not the one that I did a curve, but I can make a curve. So we want it to go about like that. That'll be fine. That's probably about where I want it. Okay, so that's going to be good enough so that we have got a little bit of a break around it. I think that's going to work. Let me take some of my cookie dough and then I can bring that in right around the edges there. Okay, I'm going to say that's good enough. And I can also use markers or splatter or whatever for that. Haven't decided if I'm going to use splatter or not around there, but that's okay. So there's our background. You guys want to see our little ghosty? Let's take a look. So there he is, but I do want to go ahead and do those additional stampings. I almost forgot. I almost forgot. I want to put in the, we have the silhouette of the trees that I want to put behind him, and that's going to be cute. I know, none of y'all ever, ooh. We have sharks. Well, that's really sky, so it really depends. I could put a, okay, that means I need another thing. Okay. I just changed my mind. I need another thing. So we've got this one. Let me take my scissors. So I'm going to put this back down because that is the beach line, right? And then I'm going to have this a little bit higher. And I'm going to have that as the water, okay? So we've got our sky, we've got our water, so I need darker blue. Let's go ahead and use that new siren song right in between there. It's going to make that darker. And it'll give me a place to put shark fins. Yeah. Do you guys like it when I change my mind midstream? I now may not use those palm trees that I planned on. Okay, now that looks like it's water. That is cool. I'm happy with that. That is cool. So I think now I can put me a shark fin. And we'll put him right about here. And then I can still, I think I can still do my palm trees. This is basically like a little island. So I can put the island kind of in the background there. I could put it on this side. I think I want to do it behind him where it's covering him up some. Basically so it can use the, of course we do. Oh, you like it when I change my mind. Okay. I don't know if I like it when I change my mind, but I'm not all over the place tonight. These stamps are just so cute. I'm sorry, but they are. They are friggin' adorable. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp down our tree and our thumbprints all over my my Black Widow ink. But we're gonna stamp our palm trees and our shark fin. And now I'm too close again. Okay, need some more ink, so I'm going to ink it again. I do like inking it at least a couple of times, especially on new stamps, because I am very bad and I don't tend to condition mine. So that means that they're not ready to go. Oh my god, that is just too cute. I think I need one more stamping, and that should be good for these. Okay, so now I need to clean the stamps again. La, 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 la. Give them a bath. And I do appreciate it, Linda. Linda says to be sure to like the video. So I would appreciate if you would do that and send it out to all of your crafty buddies so we have more people to play with. I love hanging out with y'all. Okay. There's also little little waves in here that I'm not using. I think I might use some of the... We have bats. I might use the bats. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to use some bats. Oh my god. Yeah, this is so cute. What was the ding? Parachutes are queued for the next 60 seconds. That's what the ding is. Okay, let's see. Where am I putting my bats? I think I'm gonna put more than just the 3, I think. I think I'm gonna start with those right about there. Hey Kelly! It's sticking to my fingernails. I'm having issues. Okay, we're gonna say that's good enough. Anybody make it into the pool, or the soccer ball is going to knock you out the way? None of you get even close. Nobody made it into the pool. Well, that kind of sucks. This stamp wound up putting a little bit where I don't want it. Let's see. I'm going to try... Let's try this. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to try just using some water to dilute that. It's right over my... Oh, that actually worked okay. Hey, Sharon! Uh-oh, y'all are in the dungeon. Okay, I think what I'm going to have to do is take a brush and get some more of that white ink and try to put more on top, because I did dilute some of the gray, so it's not as bad, but and that's just where that stamp did not want to stamp the way I was expecting it to. So I'm not going to use that one until I've had a chance to try it out a little bit more. So right now we got a little bit more of gray clouds over here than we do white. But it's okay. Wabi sabi. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Okay. And I can also bring in a black pen and make my bats a little darker. So I'm going to stay with that with the bats. Let me look at this stamp. That is just weird. I don't know why it's stamped down like that. Because it looks normal. It looks normal. I don't know. Because it was not supposed to pick up those bits. That's alright. So now, I'm going to do... Summerween is a scream. And then all I need to do is really color a little bit for our ghost and a little bit for the sand, and we're done. This card is almost done. And it's not even 6 o'clock yet, and Todd hasn't left the building yet. Your infamy decreased by 5. Okay, one more time. Oh, Kelly's wanting to know what the temperature is in Ideline's neck of the woods. She is in Germany. It has been really hot everywhere, and I feel bad for you folks that don't have the air conditioning. We're hot here all the time, so we have to have air conditioning. It's just a thing. Okay, so this one is mostly done. Let's get that last bit of coloring done, and I am going to go over my bats, I think, with a black pen. I'll probably use something out of here. Ah, I love it. Okay, let's take a look at our little ghosty, see how he is. Y'all ready? I love that. I do need to color him up with some markers though, so I'm going to grab out my Ohuhus. Twice in one day, right? I proved BBC wrong when they said we're hotter this year than last year. I sent them a video from today's date last year when it was 19, today is 36. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so I need something that's going to look about like that. And I've got this one that is called Sand. I think this is probably close. Let's see. It's a little bit dark. Let's see, do I have another one that's lighter? We have Eggshell White. How does that look? Oh, Brick Beige may be better too. I'm going to say Brick Beige is probably a little lighter. So this one looks pinker. I don't want it to be pinker. What does khaki look like? I think I'm probably going to go with sand. Sand, I think, is going to be good. But let's start off with the places where they meet this ground here. I think that's going to work. I do need something that is lighter than sand to color my sand. That's E220. That's not on this list here, but what do we have? Mustard's a little too orange. Buttercup yellow is a little bit pinkish. Primrose may be really close. Where's Primrose? That should be up in that one. And that one's Y121. So that's this one. So let's see what it looks like. Can hardly see it on that. That's because that's not cardstock. Okay, that may be a good combo. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Pick a light color and use a darker. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing some darker dots too, but I also want to get the base down first. I can also do this and then bring back in my marker, my brush, and bring some more cookie dough into that area. Let me grab the cookie dough. I don't have a smaller brush for my browns yet. I need more brushes. I just don't want any of this to get up into my ghost. That's the thing. So I think that works pretty good. Although I think I do want a little bit more of my sand color. Just to add some shadows in. There we go. Looks sandalicious. Thank you, Kelly. You're a silly girl. Okay.
It's delicious, Danielle_Vegas.
I'm putting some stippling down. I'm not good at stippling. I'm not going to do a whole lot. We're going to leave it like that. So now I have to make sure I put the right colors marker tops on the right color markers. Kelly has a question for Debbie. Uh-oh, that concerns me. What's the question, hon? And this one goes down in here. I'm going to do... I'm going to use my matte hop. Yeah, I love this. Yes. Yes, I do. Thank you so much. I mean, whenever you use an affiliate link, just so you know, I don't make $1 million from any of those. It takes a lot of people buying a lot of different things for me to get much back. There is a small percentage that I do get back from that. So if you use my affiliate link, even if you're outside the country, it does help. Hello. $1 million. Does anybody like that show? Do you guys like, did you watch Dr. Evil with Austin Powers and stuff? I thought that was so funny. Okay, so I think I want to add a little bit of gray. I'm also going to use my black one. His tongue's probably going to get brighter. But I'm going to do my bats. Just tracing over what I stamped. To make them darker and to pop. That one looks good. Kelly says, oh my God, Austin Powers was something my dad made us watch growing up. Yeah, well, I remember when it came out. Which means I'm one of those old peoples. Mike Myers is always so funny. There we go. And I do need some gray. Some either gray or a light blue or a light purple or something to give him a little bit of texture. And I think I want to make his eyes... What color eyes do I want to give him? This is a teal color. So I could make his eyes that color. Stephanie likes Austin Powers too. Then after that it was James Bond, which I think at this stage I've watched at least 8 times. That's very possible. Neon. Kelly says neon. So these colors look like this, okay? These are the markers, these are the pens that Elizabeth showed you guys on black cardstock, so it does really pop. So, let's see. We're going to be doing it on white. So this is already drying. This one is a brighter green. Let's see, what else do we have in here? We have yellow. We have purple. And I love how easy this comes out. I really do. So Stephanie is saying purple. So I think I am going to do purple, but I think I'm going to do something I was not planning on doing. I think I'm going to leave the black on there as the irises, and then of course go back over it with the black to make it just a little bit darker. But I think I'm going to do around... So that's going to be more like the irises. And then the black can be right there in the center. So there's his eyes. And I'm going to do what I did before with some green with my little palm trees, except I think what I did last time with it, and that's because, like I said, I played with this in my notebook because I could. I think I used this dark green, but I couldn't really see it over the black because the colors are so close together. So, I'm going to add just a little bit on there. I don't know if I'm putting down enough because I can't see it. Ooh, I need to download Spellbinders guides. Which guides do you need, honey? Which ones are you doing? I try to get them all now. I do. So his eyes are getting a little bit brighter. I think a lot of it depends on what color too. The yellow is really bright on stuff. And if you do it on a black cardstock, it definitely pops. This is where it's going on to white, so it doesn't, yeah. But this I think is cute. Okay, I'm gonna do. Let's go with, I'm looking at my grays. I don't want to do green gray. Let's do cool gray 0. This is probably light enough. Oh, that's going to be really nice. So this is just, I might go a little bit darker, but right now I'm just wanting to bring in a little bit of shadow for our ghost to give him a little bit of not quite all white. And there's a little bit of blue-green that needs to be, I didn't do that one. I don't know if I've got a color that, I'm sure I've got a color that matches. I just have to find it because I don't know. I don't know if this matches. Let's see, does this match? That's close. This one is called a forest green. It needs to be a little bit more blue. Hi, kitty. Here's a turquoise green. This one might match better. Ooh, that one might. Nope, that's not quite blue either. Not quite blue enough either. So, B6. Hey, Terry. Drop, drop, drop. Hi, Melissa. Hey, so I'm also using, these are the matte hop. I'll have to show you those in a bit. Elizabeth's got some. Let me grab a scrap of black. Elizabeth's got some, and when I saw them, and I was like, okay, I have to have them. These are actually from on Ranger's site. And so here's some black cardstock, and here's a yellow. This one's like a yellow-green. Let me do the yellow. So you can see it a little bit there. But as we go along, it's going to get brighter. It starts to brighten up and starts to pop. Don't know how, but it does. So I'm going to put this over here for a minute while I finish coloring up my ghosty. I need to do a blue-green. Hey, Link, how are you doing, honey? Welcome in. Really need like a blue-green blue. This one might work because it's not quite so green. It's called Cerulean Blue. And that is 2 light and 2 blue. So let's go with Royal Blue and see what it looks like. Royal Blue is closer, but it's still not quite enough green. So it's kind of a combination between this and my turquoise. Here's the turquoise. Maybe I can make the two go together and it'll be fine. See, what I'm noticing is that there is a little line beside the edge of my ghost that did not get inked because I didn't have the mask in the right spot. So this one is turquoise. Turquoise is really, really close. I'm going to go with it. And you probably won't see it. Will anybody make it into the pool? Nope. Okay, so now you can see that. That pops a lot. These markers are, these pens, these gel pens are fabulous. It just pops on there. Let's do another color. Let's go with this light blue. Because you know, normally you can't see the things, see something like this on black. So y'all can't see the blue. You can see it a little bit. It's going to start popping in a minute. Yeah, I would say if you want all of them, I did get all of them. It was cheaper per marker or per pen, I believe. So that's what I also wanted them all. But they do have some of the sets that you are able to do in just smaller sets. This set of pens with the look how it's already popping. Already popping. All of them in here, it was how many? It doesn't say. But I'm keeping everything in the tin. So all of these was around $50. It's called Matte Hop. Matte Hop, and it is on the Rangers website in their Zen stationery area. But I would say type in Matte Hop and it'll show it to you. Yes, a lot of them you can buy individually. So if you run out of if you use one of the pens too much, cause that never happens, and you run out of ink, you should be able to replace it and get another one. I'm kind of thinking that now that he's got this, look at the purple. It is now really popping on there. I think I kind of need a little bit of purple in his instead of just the gray. I need a little purple in there. Let's go with a really, really light purple. I think this one looks like it might be. I think that'll work. I'm going to add a little bit of purple into his coloring. Because of those purple eyes. You guys know I don't use gel pens much. I'm going to be using them more now because these are fabulous.
It's delicious, Danielle_Vegas.
Okay, I think that he is done. This little panel it's done. I think it's cool. This looks lovely. Love, love, love. Okay, sand goes in with the browns. And I haven't been coloring with my markers very much in a while either. I did finally sort them all out, and it says that they are refillable. Awesome. How is Ruth coping with what? With the heat? We told her that she needed to eat some ice pops earlier, and she thought we were talking about ice cream and said she couldn't do it. All right. I have a mess here. It is 6:12. It is 6:12. I need to decide at this point, do I want a black card base? Do I want a white card base? Do I want a different color card base? Because this is not a Halloween card. It's not a summer card. It's both. So, let's see. What do I have already? I've got some gray. Nah. I have a teal. Also, these are top loading, so that would look kind of weird on there, but that's a little bit too dark. Yeah, most of the ones I've got pre-made are wrong direction. It does look good on white, so I may have to make myself a white side fold. What else do I have over here? I could do that, but I don't know what I want to put on the inside. And I have to back this. Let's see, what do I have? I am trying, and you guys know this, I'm trying to start using more things out of my stash instead of just creating new. So if I do this, I've also got a USB fan, desk fan on. I could do that, trim it down. I think that may work. I think I might do myself a Z fold. And I have some stamps to be able to put on the inside if I want to. Yeah. So we used a smaller one of these. I think I'm going to use the bigger one. Let's see how that's going to fit. So if I trim this panel down and I'll mount everything like that, we can put this on the front of our card here, I think. And I'll have just a little bit of the white showing. I think that'll work. So let's go ahead and run that through our die cutting machine. I've been saving my scraps of the things I've been doing today, and I need to move all the stuff out of the way or I can't do the things. Hey Chris, welcome in. Where you been? Why did the vinyl get embarrassed? It peeled in public. Okay, so this one is an off-white color. I have no idea. It's just something I got from Michael's. And we're going to go ahead and do another one of these little frames around it. So it's just going to trim off, basically trim off the edges and add that stitching line. So, Mary, who are you saying is cute? Who are you flirting with in my chat? I need to know. Okay, I need to run it through again because it looks like I didn't have it positioned quite right because the edges didn't they kind of did, but they kind of didn't get done. And that also might be that I had it, didn't have it at an angle like I need to. Let's see if I can line this up right. Okay, that feels right. Feels right. Okay, we're going to do it again. And I think I have another one of the same color, but if I don't, I could make something that works. I have ink, right? Fan moves until you move away. That is true. Todd has a fan in here for when he comes in from outside when he's roasting, because he's been doing, you guys are complaining about how hot it is outside when you're inside where it's not quite as hot as out in the sun. He will go outside and do yard work and stuff for he's decided he needs to do 20 minutes and come in. 20 minutes and come, which is one reason why you are going to be seeing him more. I'm cute. I don't know why you say I'm cute. My ghost is cute. My ghost is adorable. Even gave him purple eyes, Mary. I want you to move here. Ruth, you guys need to move to Florida. Okay. So this can go there. This is still not quite as strong as I'd like it, though. For this kind, I kind of need it to be on heavyweight. Okay, I'm going to do it on a regular 8. I'm going to do a regular one instead of a Z-fold. I know, I said I was going to do a Z-fold. I'm not going to. Let me get out a piece of cardstock to make a card base out of. Stay. And it is right now 6:17. So, oh, I didn't put my shark fin away. I need to remember to do that. Somebody remind me in a bit. Ooh, I got blue ink there too. I need to clean that up or I'm going to get it all over me. Somebody remind me in a bit that I need to put away my shark fin. What is the die from the Spellbinders? Oh, okay. She wants the penguin. The penguin is probably not going to be available. That was one of the caboodle bundle. Not the caboodle. The crate add-ons, and the crate sold out. So the June club crate sold out, although the individual die sets are available, but that just means you can't get you can't get the bonuses. And I'm sorry about that. But that's what that one's from. And I love that little penguin. I'm hoping that they decide to do another run of it and bring it back out, but usually those don't come out for at least like 2 or 3 months. Oh, you got it, but you can't remember the name of it. Well, that's a different question, hon. Because I can look that up. Let's see. Let's do complete. I'm looking in my database, by the way, because you guys are not seeing my screen. So I'm going to look over there and look at my June club crate and see what were the products that I had in that crate. Penguin in Paradise. So that one is Penguin in Paradise. The one with the hula girl is called Aloha Hula. And if you want the SKU number, the one that we gave it, the one that we got was CLD June 26. Okay, so this is going to have just that little touch of white all the way around. And then we can pop this guy up and we'll be done. And then we can do the stream showcase and then give the card away. I will give this one away. I mean, I think this is friggin' adorable. And this is one that I think I am going to start putting stuff like that in my art journal. So I am planning on doing stuff like that. Is that something you guys would be interested in actually watching? My journey into the world of... I didn't say it was a roasted penguin. I said penguin in paradise. Oh, okay. So Ruth says, Debbie, it's not called roasted penguin, you know, as that weather is not penguin suitable. This penguin in paradise. He's staying near the water so that he can get all nice and cooled off when he gets too hot. That's something I tried to explain to my husband about what I'd like to have on our back patio. I'd like to have those fans like what they have down at Disney and stuff, where it's the fan with the spritzer. Because when the water hits you, it'll cool you off a little bit, and then the fan. And yeah, I think that would be wonderful. But no, he didn't really want to do that. He's not sold on the idea. I love this card. It's so cute. Okay, this is really cute. That turned out wonderfully. And most of the background was just done by paper, just by copy paper that was ripped or torn, or you still say it should be. It's not a roasted penguin. A roasted penguin makes me think you're supposed to eat it, and I'm not going to eat a penguin. Especially not that one. He's too cute. Right, Kelly? Yeah, Kelly is Ruth is a little nuts today. I think what was said earlier about her having lost it a while ago is pretty accurate. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do... Yeah, this is done. This is done. I told you, I don't even make this kind of card very much, but I am very happy with it. I love it every time I try something a little bit different. And I do it a couple more times, and it's like I start loving it again. I start going crazy with it. I get a technique in my head, and I start doing them, and yeah. Ruth says, Debbie, I can't have lost it if I never had it to begin with. And this is fairly easy. This all it was, stamp set, inks, and Post-it notes. That's it. Oh, and cardstock, of course. You have to have your cardstock. But it was really easy to do. This is a really easy technique to do. Okay, so now so that you guys can see it again, here's the yellow we did, and there's the blue, and those were both colors that when we first wrote down, we couldn't friggin' see them. Do you guys want to see another color? And then we will do the stream showcase. I promise. You guys want to see another color? What color do you want to see? When it came in, I ran to show my mom, and then the postman said, "Look at it. It's so cute, isn't it?" What are you talking about, Kelly? What did you want to show your mom? Honey, I tell you guys, you need to come to Florida. I mean, Florida, yeah, she is right. North Carolina is going to be cooler this time of year, but in the winter? Oh, the penguin, yes. Look at it, it's so cute. Yes, the penguin is friggin' adorable. Yes. Do you guys want a color choice? You want to see a color? Pick a color, any color. Do the black on black? Elizabeth wants black on black. I haven't tried that yet. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to see it or not. I think you wound up doing it. It wound up looking a little gray, but I do like how dark of a black it shows up on there. Ruth says red. I have used the black a little bit. Some of these, it's like I kind of need to use them so that the ink starts flowing. But some of them, the ink starts flowing immediately. So we have a red. I did the red on his mouth, but let's do that one on black. I can hardly see where I did that. It's starting to just turn a little bit gray. So there's red. We have... I'm going to go back up and see. We have a teal. We have pink, green, and red. So pink. Yes, I'm just saying hi a lot. This is also making me do this and do it faster and not worry about, is this right? You know? These are just, it's like, you put it down, you don't think you've got the color down, and then it starts just popping from the page. Okay, so I did pink, and then we've got this green, which is a neon. And then we've got this one, which is a darker. And for that lighter green that I did earlier, is it in here? I think it was this color green. This color green. I put some of that on my palm trees to give them a little bit of texture instead of it being the flat black silhouette. I think that turned out cool. So we'll do that green. Okay. And then somebody said brown. So here's a brown. So this is the, you guys can't see it, but I'm going to show you in a minute, but I can see it now for the black. Melissa says she's going to order them because she sure does need them. You're using them to sign on the back? Yeah. If I've got a black card, I've been doing that. Okay, so here is the black. So you can see it on black cardstock. It turns a little bit gray, but all the rest of them are starting to really pop. The full set of metallics is sold out. Yeah, I may have to get some of the other pens too. I haven't actually gotten into gel pens in a long time, but these are wonderful. After seeing what Elizabeth did with them, it's like, okay, I can use these as for accents on my cards. I could definitely do that. I love these. I tossed out all my metallics and gel pens because these new ones are way better. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get more pens. But this, I love the little case. I love this. Now it's like I know exactly where they are, so I can just use them. All right, it is now 6:27, so we need to do our stream showcase. Let me bring that up on my screen. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Okay, there's last week's. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our stream showcase. Oh, I didn't put the thing in the right thing there. There we go. It almost pulled up the wrong one. And I fixed it. Believe it or not, I did something right. Okay, so here's our beginning screen that is made by this wonderful Miss Elizabeth Costa Rogers. And Mouse made a birthday card. First one is birthday card for her friend. So you can probably recognize the Simon Hurley stencil. Fabulous. Okay, Kelly got Hot Rod Flames, Sedan Street Cruiser, Squeaky Clean, Penguin in Paradise, This Way to Rainbows, Squeeze the Bottle, and Hot Diggity Dog. Oh, Stephanie, thank you. Thank you so much for the $2, honey. Thank you. I'm going to look and see what it says you did. Yeah, she gave me this little guy. She gave me a pair. I think I'm gonna switch the screen so y'all can see it. So y'all can see I can see it. See what she did here? She did this. She did a penguin saying cool. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. Oh, guess what, Ruth? So am I. Ruth is awake this time. Okay, so this is a card that she made for her friend. This one was made by Mouse. And here is the inside. Oh, wait, I didn't catch it the first time. This one's a gatefold. So she has the two sides folded in with the happy birthday sentiment over the connection. And you can see that when you open it up because we have the sides. She says, hope you have a nice day, Mickey, on the sides. And I have a feeling that's either a picture of her or a picture of a friend. That is fun, though. That is definitely a personalized card. And then Chris made us some Halloween digital paper. I love the little bats and the ghosties and the kitties. Meow. That is too cool. And I'm assuming, and Chris will have to tell us if I am incorrect on this, but I am assuming that when he posted into the stream showcase, that means that we can use those digital images in our own projects if we want. So if anybody is really, really, really jonesing for some Halloween crafting, here's a Halloween paper that you can probably use. I need to wait for him to say yes in the chat. So once he says that, we are good. But I'm thinking that's the way it is. There is a 90-second ad break starting over on the Twitch side. So thank you to everybody that is there. Mickey says, oh, it's on a wobble. So she did this on a wobble. It's dangerous. Oh, fabulous, honey. Great. Okay, next we have Danielle made a birthday and a Christmas card with some ice cream because everybody needs ice cream. Right? Everybody needs ice cream. And the cute little raccoon. Fabulous. Okay, and Ruth Miser made card for a friend. A whopping 8x8 card. 8x8. And it's an 8x8 gatefold. Wow. That is huge. And then she did a couple of little pop-ups up at the top to give him some snacky snacks. Fabulous. Great job. Okay, and then our buddy Lee, who's making his train layout, train platform, whatever. He's making things for his trains. He made some pipes out of drinking straws for the flat wagons. So that is pretty cool. I think that is cool. Okay, and then next up we have Miss Ruth. Ruth says, if you notice the word stamp background on pictures 2 and 3, I positioned the topper where the sentiment can be fully read on the top and bottom. Last picture is a collage, stamped twice, fully on one, stuck in the middle inside across 2 papers, folded and stuck in the middle to make a card gatefold. Okay, this is lovely. Yeah, so she's got half of the sentiment showing at the top and the other half is at the bottom so that you have them both. And you've got Jesus giving the big hug right in the center. Lovely. Wonderful cards. Now this is cool. This is cool. That is a good technique to do. And a lot of us don't do it. I mean, I'm trying to do a little bit more of the stamping one, so I'll probably do something like this. I need to do an eclipse card too. That would be fun. But I have not done this type in a bit. I don't think I've ever done it as a gatefold. But when you have a Misty, you can do lots of cool stamping techniques. This is wonderful, Ruth. Thank you for the inspiration, hon. Okay, then we have Miss Alyssa, Beachcomber Nominee, my entry for Cat Scrappiness Color Palette Challenge. That is too cute. And he's a little ham bone. Oh. That is too cool. Good job. Okay, so Ruth says, don't normally do it, but I stamped the envelope to go along with the sympathy card done previously. And that is a very good idea. Sometimes I decide to start doing stamping on envelopes and inserts in cards and all those things, and then I forget about it and stop doing it. I'm so bad. So this is something that Terry said. She said, I had to do this. So because today we're doing summer, I told her about Christmas in July and Summerween and October and Halloween stuff. She'd made a couple more digital images for us. I do like that. That is really cool. That is too cute. So Summerween is upon us. And then Christmas in July with my head tilted the other way. Even has me in an apron. She took a picture where I was wearing the apron, which I don't wear very often. I need to do that more. Crafting holiday spirit. That is too cool. Good job. Thank you so much. I am going to steal those. I'm assuming it's okay for me to use them for my stuff. Okay, and then this one is from Miss Idleide. So, looks like possibly a pop-up. Aw! With a beehive on a table. That's cute. Oh, thank you, Miss Terry. And this is her latest craft roulette card. Okay, and then Ruth says, only done cards 1 to 4 so far, set of 2 of KCC Rainbow Edition. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Yes, I know. She's been doing a great job with all the things ChatGPT. So that has been fabulous. Lots of fun cards. Okay. Oh, sorry. And now we are up to Miss Kelly. And it's a chicken on a lawn chair. I do love that. That is too fun. And he's chilling with a beer too. Okay, this one is a Hawaiian volcano island erupting. Have a blast. You made the nice list. Wait. He should be giving people coal. He's not giving anything to the coal patrol. I don't understand. Make a splash. Those are adorable. It's okay to have a bad day. Tomorrow will be here before you know it. Yes. I lost their ice cream. That's not fun. See, she's got an ice cream cone and it's down here on the floor. Well, okay. And then there's these glasses. I love these. I do need to remember where I put them. I still have got so much that I need to get organized and actually filed away, and I have not had time in the last several days to do any of them. I've been basically putting away stuff as they come in. Rather, as I use the new stuff, I'm putting those away, so that's a plus. But I have not started on some of the older stuff. It's going to be wonderful when I get it done, and it should help me to be able to move some stuff along. And I love this one too. I've got that set too. Wishing you a delightful Halloween. A delightful. You have Christmas card idea with these glasses. Go for it. You did a lot of the glasses ones last year, and I loved every one of them. You have been a major inspiration. I love it when I see people use some of the stuff that I've got because it gives me more ideas to do it with. Hey, Juanita. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, love, love, love. Oh, she made them glow in the dark. She embossed the ghosties. You can see a little bit of the shine on there. So when you turn out the lights, the embossing glows. And I found my embossing powder that is glow in the dark. So I'm going to have to use that this year because I'm always bad about not doing it. Then we have a congratulations for a wedding card. Lovely. You did a great job, honey. Is that everything? Is that all of them? Nobody else has got anything in. Okay, I'll go ahead and post our end. So, there we go. And now we can get back to the y'all want the card. So we need to get back to this guy. He is super cute. I need to reset the drawing thing because y'all been playing stuff. So let me get that done real quick. And we'll go ahead and do the giveaway. Oh, yawning. Sorry. reset, and let's go ahead and do this. Oops. Yeah, very cool glow in the dark. Very cool. So while you guys are getting your entries into the giveaway, I think I need to go ahead and take a picture of this cool card because I gotta post stuff about it because I have to. It's a thing. Oh, the way to figure out if you get both of these stamp sets, by the way you can tell which one is which by the name is one of the sentiments. So this one says Summerween is a scream, so it's the Summerween scream. And then the other one says Summerween vibes, and there's a Summerween vibes at the bottom. And each of them have got some little waves and stuff you can do too. I did not do the waves when I was stamping my little guy. I think this guy is so friggin' cute. I love him. And I love the way that his eyes turned out. Look at his eyes. He is so cool. I need to take pictures of this. I'm gonna do it with this one. Actually, let me take it out of the plastic. That's going to make for a better picture, I think.
If you were not watching Mary,
oh, you're kidding, Kelly.
Crafting Creations, and you were not
Let me look at
Crafting Creations, you
the
are
checkout store.
wrong, and Krampus is gonna poop in your stocking.
I'm going to see if it says whether or not they ship international, which I think they do. Oh, maybe they don't. Up at the top it says government EU purchase orders, aka I'm going to have to look and see. Shipping policy. International. For international shipping, please contact us. So let me grab a link from them. I'm going to grab which ones. You've been getting the small ones from Avriel, so I don't know which size that you want. This one that I'm using here is about just under 6 inches wide, so it's probably 5 3/4 inches by 8.5. This is what I use for most of what I do. Most of the things I have, okay? I use this one. So I can get you the link for this one. Mary says they don't. The checkout store does not ship internet. It has on there that there's a international shipping to contact them. So I'm going to go ahead and give the link. And then yay, thank you, Anne Marit. But if it turns out that they don't, you might be able to get it on Amazon, because this is also another place that I got my original ones from Amazon, and then I found out I could get them directly from the checkout store instead of going through Amazon. I think the price is pretty much the same, but I think I was able to avoid some of the shipping prices. Sometimes Amazon's got good shipping, sometimes they don't. Let me look at Amazon. Oh, every else closed, yeah. Come on. It's been so weird. Lately, I've been going to different sites, and then I'll start typing, and it doesn't do anything. Okay, so the 5 5/8 by 7 3/8, which I believe is what I'm using. Does that say 7? Was that 7? I thought I said this was 8 inches. Oh, this one's actually the bigger one. This one's 8.5. So there's also some that are a little bit smaller. These are taller, which means that a lot of my taller dies are going to fit in here. They've got different sizes. I'm going to look and see. Is this 6 3/4? This is not 6 3/4. That's under 6 wide. Oh, that's the big, huge ones. The big ones that I usually use are 6 3/4 by 9.5. So those are the ones that my 3D embossing folders are fit in. So the two sizes I use the most are this one and my bigger ones for big stamp sets and 3D embossing folders. Not everything fits in everything, though. Where's the one? This is the one we want. The one that's 8. This one says purchase 3 times. I don't want Alexa shopping. Go away. Let me grab the link for you on this. And then you can see whether or not it works for you. Again, this is on Amazon. I know you can get a lot of stuff from Amazon, but it doesn't mean that everything that shows up on the US Amazon site is available everywhere. But we'll see. So there is a link for this size of packaging, so hopefully that helps. I know I love them. That, and yesterday I was showing you guys a little bit about the magnets. So I get the big old hunkin' Big Mama roll of them, and I cut them down to size so that I can get all the things on there. And it's cheaper than buying the individual sheets, which is the reason I do it that way. Okay, we have 16 people in the drawing. I put this back in there because I was showing the thing. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do the picture. So I can pop it into Canva and post this. This adorableness. Amber, it says, heard Avery were going to close several months ago, so I bought plastic pockets before the Norwegian stores ran out. That is a good idea. Okay, let's take a picture. One thing I haven't figured out with my friggin' phone, I love my phone, but for some reason, okay, you want the magnet link again? Okay, let me grab that. It's also in my Amazon shop. Where's the search bar? The search bar is hiding now. Stupid Amazon. Amazon's also got Prime Days right now, so you may be able to get better deals on things if you're needing to stock up on any of your supplies, like storage supplies. Okay, where's the one that I get? I should just go into my orders and see where I ordered it last. It's been a little bit. I did get one time that they sent me the wrong thing, and they had to resend it to me, and they didn't take the checkout store pockets 100 pieces, 27.58 British pounds. That's probably about right. I don't know the conversion. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to show you guys this again because I showed you this yesterday. So I get this big roll. They're 2 feet wide, and I get the one that is 25 feet long, and it's about 60 bucks. Okay. But if you think about how much you need for each thing, it's less expensive than buying the individual 8.5 by 11 sheets or 8 by 10 sheets. It is less expensive, but you have to cut everything down. What? House caught fire? No. Yeah, it's 25 feet, so it is longer than you. It is also kind of heavy, too. But I have it, like you can see, up here it shows free delivery. So I don't know if it ships international or not, or anything like that, but I do know in the United States it has free delivery. So let me grab the link real quick, and I'll pop that into the chat for you guys. And share. Anne Marit says and share. I don't know what we're saying. Something and share something. Okay, let me pop that in here. So this one is for the magnetic, the flex magnet. Let me see if I can actually type. And they do have other sizes, so you can get smaller size. I think the smallest is like about 2 by 2, something like that. But if you're interested in that, you can get that one as well. And yes, it is longer than you. I have it sitting in my back, in my crafty storage area on the desk so that I can trim them down to sizes I can bring out here and use as I go. So right now, I have a stack. This is my stack of magnets for when I get things in, or the things that I have out that I haven't actually put into the packaging yet. And one of the cool things, and this is something you can use for other things too. These can be actually for crafty projects. If you want to make like refrigerator magnets, it's adhesive on the back. Okay, this is what I think is really cool. You can put that on. You could have made this and put a magnet on the back of it. Okay, Terry Cooper says, "Okay, back. Had to flip my bacon." Yeah, bacon is a food group. That's what Todd used to say, but we don't have bacon as often as I would like. And I probably do need to go on there and see if I need to get some more pouches too, because I do go through them. I really do. Okay, is everybody in the drawing that wants to be in the drawing? Is everybody in that wants to get this Summerween card? I'll have to make additional ones, but I don't know when it's going to happen. I did want to get this one in June. Yes, fridge magnets. Exactly. You can make fridge magnets with the adhesive, those adhesive back magnets. Yeah, and they're going to be nice and lightweight. I did put some on, I put cardstock on some just to try it out and cut out the word hello out of some letter dies. And those are on my fridge. So we have the fridge letters. My ghost could have been a mummy. Yes, I know, because we have a mummy right there. Yeah, we have both. But yeah, this guy's so cute. I love this. Bacon sandwiches. We usually have bacon when we're having eggs, and a lot of times we have eggs for dinner. So we'll have eggs, we'll have bacon, we'll have some kind of meat mixed in with the scrambled eggs and cheese. Lots of cheese. Cheese is important. And that's when I can get Todd to eat an avocado, because he doesn't do vegetables very much. Pizza flavored crumpets. That sounds good too. Okay, guys, anybody else want to get in on the giveaway? YouTube or Twitch, if you are new here and you have not done one of our giveaways before, this is done live. If we are live. So Jen has been lurking. I don't know if that means that she's getting in on the giveaway. I forgot to put away my marker. I have to put this one away. There was something else I told you guys to let me forget that I needed to do, and now I don't remember what it was. So y'all forgot to remind me, and now I don't know what it is. Okay. All right, are we ready to do a drawing? Oh, I need to put away the shark's fin. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Danielle is awesome. Thank you, honey, because I was going to forget it. I would have remembered after everything was put away elsewhere and would have wondered, what is this thing sitting on top of my water? I think this turned out really, really cute. And it was really easy coloring, even though there was just that one little area that I didn't like, but I think I fixed it around the little guys. Aww. Jen says, I'll pass on this one since everyone should win. Well, I can't give it to everyone today. Alrighty, guys, so we are 19 folks in. If you're on Twitch and have not entered the giveaway, go ahead and do it now or forever hold your peace. Ruth is wanting to know the size that I use, the size of the pockets do I use for 3D embossing folders. Let me pull that one back up again. And I'm going back to the screen. Sorry. What happened? I don't even see where someone came in. I saw Okay, we got to do it again. Reset the drawing. Bring up the thing. Restart the segment. I have no idea why that happens. Okay, I'm going back to the correct screen to see. Bum, bum, bum. So the size that I use is 6 3/4 inches by 9.5. So let me pull out one of those. Do I have one with something I've already done? I also use these for a lot of the Simon Hurley things too. So the sleeves that you see me have for my Simon Hurley stamps, the big stamps. I can pull out this one. This is actually a stamp set from Wonder and Whimsy from when we did the Paper Escape with Lynn. So this is one of the big ones. So it is 6 3/4, so it's almost 7 inches wide, and it is 9.5 inches tall. Okay, so this is perfect size for a 3D embossing folder. I don't want to show you the new ones because they're not out yet, even though it's going to be tomorrow. I guess I could pull one out. No, I'm not allowed to do that. That's cool for next month. The stuff that's closest to me is stuff that's not out yet. Okay, here's one. This one is when we did the puffy hearts. So this big one. So this one I have the 3D embossing folder. Sometimes I have to trim these pieces down. So I've got the 3D embossing folder and the stencils, and I've got a little extra paper because I was playing around with stuff. And they all can fit inside one of these big envelopes. And it's perfect size for my 3D embossing folders. So that's what I use primarily for these. These are ones that I use for my embossing folders. I use all my Spellbinders embossing folders. Let me qualify that. So the 3D and the 2D that Spellbinders sends out, because they are the big ones, they fit in here. The Simon Hurley cling stamps, they fit in this big one. And I even use it sometimes when I want to do 6x6 stamp, 6x6 pattern paper. You know, sometimes I'll get some of those in, like the ones that I got from Catherine Pooler.
It's delicious anti-cooties.
So yeah, you guys saw the cards that I made with the ice cream set, but this is the ice cream pattern paper bit, and it fits in there too because the pattern paper is 6x6 and this is just a little over it. So 6 3/4, I think. So it's just under 6.5 inches wide. So these are perfect, and then I get bins that I make sure that they are at least that wide. The bins I've been getting from Amazon, I found out that they've got on the same listing, they have some that are bigger and some that are slightly smaller, like 1/4 or 1/2 inch. So the bigger ones are the ones that I need. I just got a bunch of those in because my last order, I didn't get them quite the right size. And that's because I need this to fit flat in there. And do I still have one of them in here, or did I take them all in the other room? I might have taken them in the other room. Let me just grab one of the bins I've got here where I've been starting to sort some things. So this is one of my big bins. And I just need this to fit right about there. I think this is actually one of the ones that's a little bit smaller than it's supposed to be, but it still works. Okay, but you do want to make sure that your bins are going to be about the right size. Have a basket full of embossing folders. Just added a label on top of the folders. Yeah, you could do that. Most of the ones that I have got, let me look at this one because I think it has it. Spellbinders has got the name on them. So a lot of the ones that I have got the names already on there, so I don't need it. But I do like to label the packaging so that it's easier for me to find. Okay, we are up to 13 people in the giveaway because a couple people decided not to get in. I don't want to take a chance of losing this one again, so does anybody else want to get into the giveaway? Y'all just need inspiration by seeing the card again, I think. Okay, Ruth says I'll put it on my list. I have all my 3D embossing folders in the packaging with taped up sides. Yeah, the packaging that a lot of these come in, they're good for shipping, but they don't really, the plastic just doesn't hold up. That's why I like these other ones. These sleeves I don't really have a problem with. I've had a few after years of use that have torn, but not much. They work fabulously. And almost all of my, well, 98 to 99% of my stamps and dies are all in these kind of packages. I've been using them like that since, I think it was probably Jennifer McGuire recommended something like that years ago. So I've been using it. I have bins with lids and put storage bags to separate. Not sure what that looks like. It almost sounds like you're putting them on top of one another, but if I did that, I'd never be able to find anything, because anything I have stacked on top of each other, I don't dig through it to find it. I just don't. I need everything to be kind of vertical for me to be able to just flip through and find the things. Ruth likes Crafter's Companion packaging, all cardboard, so I store things in there. Absolutely. You can also use cardboard. You can use your regular cardboard that you get from all your boxes that you get stuff in and make your own packaging and everything too. So it works out great. A lot of it just depends on how much time do you have to do the things. I have found that sometimes some things making it ourselves does take longer, and sometimes making yourself is more expensive than just buying the thing already made. We know that. I mean, we like making the art, which is why card making is so fabulous for us. Okay, so Kelly has a Halloween card in mind for the hot doggy dog to come. She wants the hot dog, the one that we did this morning. She has an idea to make it into a Halloween card. Anything can be a Halloween card. And I also know some stuff that's coming up that I'm going to absolutely love, that's Halloween themed. So I've already gotten to see some of the new Halloween stuff that is coming out soon. So anyway, I'm excited because I love all the things. We have 14 people in the drawing. I'm going to give you guys another like 10-15 seconds, and then we're going to do the drawing so that we can hopefully not have it disappear again, because that was not very nice. I don't know why it does that. I really don't. I cut the bottom and side so it opens like a book, and stick a magnet sheet to one side and stick the stamp acetate in there. That is a great idea. My issue when it came to magnets do help to hold everything in place. There was a point where I was putting everything in binders, in like notebooks, and it got so heavy, and each of the pages wound up pulling so much because magnets are heavy. So doing it in a book format didn't work for me. Having it in these individual sleeves for each one definitely helped, but trying to put it in a book did not work for me. And having that much, but I also have to think about how much space. Trying to put them all into cardboard, basically a cardboard book for each one, would also take up more space than what I'm using. Right now I've got to put a couple pieces of cardstock maybe, and the sleeves. So it works out great. Terry Cooper says, for this year's Halloween cocktail, you should use your glow-in-the-dark embossing powder. Just a suggestion. Well, I do have it now close by. I had forgotten that I had probably about like 6 or 8 more colors of Ranger embossing powder that were up in a cabinet, and I brought them down here and put them with the rest of my Ranger stuff. It's like, yes, so now they're all there. Or the glow-in-the-dark paper, exactly, because Miss Idolite sent me some glow-in-the-dark paper that I still have to figure out how to use all the things. There's some products that we really don't use that much here that I don't really know. I've done the Ziploc things too. I have done the Ziploc things too. They do work as well. So there's a lot of different options. One thing I'm liking with mine is basically all kind of standardized, meaning most of the things that I want to store, I try to keep them all stored the same way so they use the same amount of space, and it makes it a lot easier to flip through. It works for me. But I also have a lot of different size bins and everything that I need to clean out specifically so I can get everything standardized again. Aw, Terry. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the drum roll. We have 14 people in the giveaway. That's 5 people less. So there's 5 people that were in the first time that are not going to win this time, which means the rest of you guys have a higher chance of winning. Let's go ahead and do the drum roll. A boo martini. Yeah. Okay, here goes the drum roll. And our winner is going to be Miss Idaline. You won both cards today. So Idaline got this one this morning because of her birthday. So this is her birthday card. And then she's getting a Halloweeny Screamy card. Wow, yay. I got a lot of zipper mesh pouches, A3 and B4. Yeah, I know. You mean these things that I use all the time for all the things? I do separate them out for different projects, and I've got them mostly right now. The ones that I have under my desk are holding scraps. It was not rigged. Mickey's just mad because she's been wanting to win all week, and she's been complaining like last week and this week about not having one. So anyway, this is going to go out to Miss Idolite as well. Congratulations, honey. Here's the form so you can fill that one out for me. And I will get that out for you. And I hope you guys had a good time. I know we wound up going off in so many different directions. We talked about cool pens. We talked about Halloween. We talked about different ways to store your stuff. We did a different technique that we haven't done in a bit. Lots of different things. Idolize says, hi, Chris. Hey, Chris, you didn't say for sure. Can everybody that's in the chat and in our Discord use your pattern paper? I'm thinking you've told me yes before, but of course, new paper, I'm going to double check and make sure it's okay with you that they use your designs. As long as it's okay with you, you guys can have that. If he says no, then no, okay? So we're going to go ahead and end, I think. And let me go ahead and bring up our credits so I can give you guys a proper thank you. And it's not working. Why is it not working again? Jen, hi, bye. Yes, love you guys. Okay, well that didn't work. It's probably because it did the whole reset thing. I bet that's what it was. Because it decided to wipe out everything. I have no idea why it is doing that, guys. And I do apologize. But I do want to thank everybody who is... Thank you, Chad. Oh, thank you, Ruth. That one was Ruth. Bye-bye, Miss Melissa. And thank you for coming in. I love it when you show up in the chat. I love getting to say hello to everybody. And thank you guys for being here with me again today. We will be back tomorrow at noon Eastern with a Simon Hurley Spellbinders new release. There is a sneak peek on my Instagram if you want to go check that out. And just be back
program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now,
and be back at noon Eastern tomorrow. I will see you guys then. So bye, guys.